Marc Leaf, we've seen a whole lot of mega deals lately. SAB Miller and Anheuser-Busch InBev. We've seen Dell and EMC. Do you expect this to continue, these mammoth deals?
Well, I think that we're going to see a lot of activity in the M&A market as long as interest rates stay low and as long as consumers are demanding additional choices and additional opportunities. Companies are going to combine in order to provide the best experience to their customers.
And from the regulators' perspective, are they going to allow these deals to go through? Because they're looking for creative ways to break up these companies. So tell me about from the regulators' perspective.
Well, you know, in the U.S., you've got the Federal Trade Communication, the Federal Trade Commission and the Justice Department, both looking at deals from an antitrust perspective. In the telecoms area, you have the FCC as well. And one of the differences between them is that the FCC has to affirmatively approve a transaction as opposed to just simply fail to block it. And they do so with what's called a public interest standard. And so the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, can be a lot more creative than FTC and antitrust. And then, of course, in Europe, you know, all bets are off. They're looking at a lot of interesting things.
Let's drill down a little bit more into telecom, because we have the Altice Cablevision deal. You have Time Warner, Charter, a lot going on there. So tell me why all this is happening. People keep talking about convergence. Can you explain convergence?
Yeah. So we make phone calls on our desktop computers now. We watch sitcoms on our laptops. We access the internet and tremendous amounts of computing power and information from our mobile telephones wherever we are. And consumers, you know, demand that. That's convergence. Also, we access information through different types of networks at different times. You've got a smartphone that will know if it's near a Wi-Fi network. Pick up the Wi-Fi if it's there. If it's not, it'll go to a 4G or a cellular network. That's convergence too. And what that means is that consumers get access to content and communications anytime, anywhere, and on any device.
All right, so I'm a consumer. I'm driving all this convergence, all this change. So who are going to be the next players to get together?
Well, a lot of people expect to see mobile telephone companies joining with traditional telecoms providers in order to provide that vaunted quad play. We'll see whether that's actually what happens or not, because of course it's possible just to provide your quad play bundling. And of course quad play would be video, broadband, wireless and wireline telephony. You can provide that either by making all the services available yourself, but you can also act as a reseller. You can enter into a joint venture with another provider. So there are a lot of different choices that companies have for figuring out how to meet consumer needs.
A lot of consumers are now choosing Netflix, and Netflix certainly has blown up this whole model. So talk about Netflix's influence in the industry and what they're doing to the whole telecom space. Well,
Netflix, of course, was the first big player to go over the top. It provides a tremendous variety of content, both original and library content. But it doesn't go through your typical cable stream. It goes through the broadband side. And so anybody who's got broadband can access Netflix, and they don't need to have a cable subscription. That, of course, puts a lot of pressure on the cable companies, but it also provides a lot of opportunity because cable companies also provide broadband. And I think what you'll see is companies trying to help their customers out, provide the best service possible by making both of those opportunities available to them.
So for investors out there who want to bet on M&A in the industry, in the telecom industry, who do you think they should look towards if they want to buy shares of a company that thinks is going to get taken out, perhaps?
Well, I can't give investment advice. But what I can do is say that you should follow the consumers. Look for where customers are getting served. Look for where customers are demanding access to information, entertainment, any place at any time. A bit is a bit is a bit. And if you can provide those bits to your customers, you're going to do well in this market.
All right. Thanks a lot, Marc.
Thanks very much, Greg.
Thank you for watching The Street.